Welcome to Specific Love. Today I'm going to show you how to turn a small piece of wood into an extremely small piece of wood and still keep it safe. Now I discovered this technique from a gentleman called Ted Baldwin at a recent woodworking show. Now he'd been using this technique for many years and he just wanted to share it to the world. So let's begin. Now the first thing we need to do is look at your miter saw. Now the standard groove that is in here is the tolerances are just way too wide. So if you try and cut something real small, there's a good chance it's just going to break off. So we need to first create a nice zero clearance surface for your miter saw. Now to create that zero clearance, we need to add a couple pieces of wood to your miter saw. Now first we need to create a base. Now make sure the back of this has to be perfectly straight so it fits up against your fence here. You want one there. And then you want to create a new fence also, which also has to be cut straight. Next we need to make sure that your blade is sharp. I replaced this blade just recently. I've used it a few times, but I still know it is quite sharp. So make sure your blade is sharp. Now to attach your wood to your miter saw, you need some double-sided tape. Ted liked to use a masking tape version, but I have this clear sticky tape version on hand. I'm going to try it. Now that you have all the backing off the tape, very carefully install your wood piece, making sure to have it flush with the fence. Then install your new wood fence. Now that everything is secure and in place, we want to come down with the miter saw one time and create our zero clearance. And now you can see just how close the zero clearance is to the blade. Now if we were just going to try and cut a piece of wood on top of another piece of wood, there's a good chance it's going to slide around and be very hard to keep it nice and secure. So we're going to secure up this surface. To do that, we're going to install a piece of 120 grit sticky sandpaper. Now we want to make sure we get it as close to this cut as possible, but we do not want to get it over it because that will quickly dull the blade. Now if we apply the sandpaper just to one side, it will hold, but it's not going to have an equal surface between both sides. There's a good chance that this could break in a process of cutting. So for that reason, we're going to install a second piece of sandpaper on the opposite side. Next up is to get a piece of wood. This will be your hold down piece. Now you can cut this to whatever size fits best with your miter saw, but I found around 10 to 12 inches seems to work for me. On one end you need to cut a 45-degree angle and add some sticky sandpaper as well. This is also 120 grit. This will again hold the surface that you're trying to cut so it does not slip. Now that you have your zero clearance cutting surface and your hold down stick, you're almost ready to make your first cut. But first you'll need some kind of a block that sits to the back. And the reason why is you want your hold down stick, the back of it, to be higher than the front so that the majority of the pressure that is on the wood that you're cutting is on the tip and on this sandpaper, therefore holding it down securely. If this was below it, it'd be real easy for the wood to slide around. Now just a reminder, even though this is a pretty safe technique, just remember that this is a miter saw. It is moving very, very fast, can easily cut a finger off. So make sure you're very, very careful when using it. Now that you have everything ready, you want to place your hold down stick right at the edge of where the blade will come down. Now you want to make sure it is not over the edge because you do not want to cut this surface either, or again, because of the sandpaper, will dull your blade quickly. So just hold it down right about there. Now that you have your wood, your hold down stick, and your pivot point back here all in position, you want to place your hand right about here, just to the inside of your wood. But you also want to make sure that it is way away from the blade. If you notice here, it's a good 4 inches from the blade. Even if I accidentally extended my thumb by accident, it would still be a good ways from the blade. So there should be very little chance, as long as you keep your hand way to the left, very little chance of you cutting yourself at all. Now that everything's ready, we're going to make our first cut. There we go. Now I'm going to cut this piece into a triangle. Now we're going to cut one of these into a smaller triangle. Now I'm going to cut this piece again. Now here's a close-up next to a penny, and you can tell just how small those pieces actually are. Now also, if you look closely, you can tell almost every corner is very nice and sharp. Now I hope you enjoyed the technique of how we were able to cut out these small little triangles using the miter saw and doing it quite safely. And I hope you can use it in one of your future projects too. Now if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button, tell us what you think about it in the comments, and as always, have fun building. Now if you enjoyed this video, make sure you click. Wow.